Welcome to Art with Jim Freeheart. Today I'm going to do a sketch of a coconut tree. We're going to start off with using this really nice solid graphite pencil, and this one is a 6B, and just a little piece of paper here. Okay, so I'm going to start off, rather than have the tree dead center on the paper, I've got it vertically here, and I'm going to start off coming up a little bit from the bottom and start off with a really almost like a half circle or something like that. Okay, that's going to be the trunk, the base of the coconut tree, because they're super thick. Most of them, they're a lot wider at the bottom, and then it's going to come up to about here. This is going to be where the crown of the coconut tree is. So basically we're going to connect that and that. I'm going to use just some kind of broken lines because I want to make this tree look natural and not too exact. Instead of using a continuous line, I'm just using some broken lines here. This is going to be the trunk of the tree coming up. This is going to be the canopy. We'll start right here. The palm fronds will come out from a central point here, and I'm just going to keep it really simple. Maybe 5 of these palm fronds will come out. That's a good starting place. Now on either side of these lines, I'm going to put what would be the outer part of the palm frond. This is just the central vein. Okay, I'm going to bring that down a little bit more. Now, just to make these into palm fronds, I'm just putting a few little lines to show these would be the little tiny palm leaves. And the way I like to do it is, basically I'm almost making a V along this stem here, and all those V's are pointing toward the center part in here. So that means they'll come along with a V here, a V here. Here we go. There's another V, always pointing to the center of the tree. No matter which side it's coming from, just remember that the V points toward the center. Okay, along here we've got, there's the base of the tree. First of all, I'm going to think about the sunshine here. So this might be my sunshine coming from that side of the tree. That's going to make this into the darker side. So I'll start making some a bit darker lines here where it's going to be on the shadow side of the tree. And a little bit lighter on this side. And there's a neat thing that happens with, to make this look three-dimensional. If you're looking, I started to do it backwards. If you're looking down below your eye level, suppose you're standing and you're that tall next to the tree. Well, these lines, instead of making them straight, I'm making them curved, like a smile, sort of. When you get up to eye level, if you're standing next to the trunk, these lines would come straight across, and as it gets up overhead, these lines would start reversing the other way. And you'll see if you ever look at photos or look at an actual tree, that's kind of how it works. So I'm going to go along here and put a little extra shading. Many ways you can do it. I'm just going to do some cross-hatching like that, shading like that, and shading back in the opposite direction. I'm keeping the darkest part of it on the back side of the tree away from the sunshine. I'm going to use my finger for smudging along here, keeping my finger inside the edges of the tree trunk. Now, same thing up here. I'm going to do, well, actually, right, what I'm going to do here are put some coconuts on here. And they're not like individual round balls. They're a little bit elongated, and there's some overlapping and some where the end would just be sticking out like that. And there's actually there's a little sheath where the coconuts all come out of. So it'd be this little sheath like that, and out of it comes the coconuts. Now these are going to be the smaller coconuts, just little ones. And same thing up here. These might even be just flowers. But the most important part of this upper sketch here is to remember that this is like a canopy. It's like an umbrella. And these leaves are creating like an umbrella where they're creating shade over the trunk of the tree. So I'm making this a little extra dark under here. Even the coconuts, they would all be in the shade underneath that canopy. And a lot of these palm leaves, I'm just going to smudge them and shade them in a little bit like this. All right, then we might have some grasses around the trunk of the tree. We might even here have the roots sticking out beneath the tree, which happens if you have a sandy beach and the sand washes away. You get the little roots showing there. And this will be the shady side of the tree. Shadow here, shadow coming across the ground here. It's much skinnier than the thickness of the trunk there. It's not a real wide shadow, unless you were looking at a different angle. But from here, we're standing back from the tree looking at it, this shadow along the ground would be kind of narrow. Okay, that's about it. If we wanted to make it a little bit more, have a little more depth to it, I'll do something on a couple of these palm fronds just for the fun of it. So suppose I've got the light coming from this side. This would be the shadowed side of the tree. So this would also be shadow up under here, the palm frond in the shadow. So there's a central rib, the rib of the tree there. Do a little more smudging in here. Well, that's pretty good. It's a little hard to tell how this is supposed to look in the center of the tree, but for this simple sketch purpose, that'll do. All right, that's just about it. Sign your name. And remember to celebrate the gift of life. That's what that little star means. Have a beautiful day, and see you next time. If you enjoyed the video, click on subscribe below. That'd be great. And like the video if you did, and write a comment in if you'd like to. Okay, have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.